We are going to do a lesson that is a continuation of our value study and tonal blending. And we're going to be focusing on the Celtic knot. The Celtic knot is sort of a design where we take two elements and combine them so it makes a continuous pattern. And I have several examples to go through, but first I want to explore the Celtic people in general. And right here is a map, sort of an ancient map of Europe and where the geographical locations of the Celtic people started. Now, we have to go way back in time. These were considered tribes in the 7th century, and they were documented by the Romans in the 7th century and given the names of the Celt, with a strong K. And they were sort of considered barbarians back then to the Romans, but they were not at all barbarians. In fact, they had a very rich culture, and they were known for their fine metalwork and metalsmithing. Now, the Celts pretty much dominated parts of Europe as they moved towards the west, towards Ireland and Britain, and that's where we kind of see the Celtic traditions still surviving today, and even their languages survive on the island of Great Britain and Ireland itself. So let's go through some of the pictures that I've selected. All of these come from the Book of Kells. The Book of Kells is a religious text, and it's famous for its illuminated imagery. And you can see that there are, throughout all of these designs, is you have this sort of knotwork, as you would call it, or plate designs. And they overlap and go underneath under each other, and you'll see like the pattern, and it's twisty and turny, and it looks really complicated. But in actuality, it's really quite simple once you understand how to produce that pattern. So look at these examples. I think they're quite stunning. I think all of them are worthy for a second glance. So I put those in our lesson plans individually, so you can go back and look at those and maybe zoom in if you have an iPad to see some of the details there. The Book of Kells is a famous manuscript, and I believe it's located at Trinity College in Ireland. I had the pleasure of visiting the Book of Kells and looking at its wonderful gilded pages, and I hope one day you do too. So let's get started, and you guys can come back to the demonstration table, and I'll walk you through how to design and shape a Celtic knot. Okay, so let's get started on that Celtic knot. So you can see that I have a variety of different samples. I even have some cheat sheets, because when you do something new and you haven't practiced it in a long time, you need cheat sheets. So I even made some cheat sheets for me. And I also got a hold of some graph paper, and I suggest that you use graph paper as well. I've included a PDF attachment. So if you can print out some graph paper, please try to print out that graph paper or make your own graph paper. This is homemade graph paper right here. You need a ruler and a pencil, and you can easily make your own graph paper. You can do this assignment without graph paper. You just have to, be able to space out your little dots that I'm going to do here equally apart from each other, so it comes out consistent. So what I have here is a 12 by 12 square, and I like to outline that square first, so I counted off 12 across and 12 down, and that gives me my 12 by 12 square. And then I'm going to put a dot for every 4 squares. So 1, 4, 8, 12. And just kind of figure out and repeat that pattern. And it's pretty easy, especially when you use graph paper, to do that. You can do that. And that will give me 12 dots. So if you counted all those dots, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh, 16 dots. 16 dots. And then a dot in the middle. And that will give you actually 9 dots. So 9 of those dots. So those are my dots, and I'm just going to highlight these middle dots with a little red so you can see them. So those are important to have. All right. Now I'm gonna take my pencil, but I'm gonna probably do, yeah, I'm gonna do my pencil first. So I'm gonna have my cheat sheet here. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect this dot to this dot. Looking at my cheat sheet, I'm following, you can see this, I'm following those red lines right here. So look for those red lines on your cheat sheet. And I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna go like this. All right, so I should have one in the center, and these guys are going out this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. Follow me on those two red dots. Great, because the next area we're gonna do is the blue line, okay? So find the blue line, and again, I will have this attached so you can look at it. So I'm gonna go up here to the corner, and I'm gonna swing around and connect these lines like this. And then I'm gonna go back over here and watch this. I'm gonna start at this red line, and I'm gonna go this way down. And then I'm gonna go to this red dot and swing this way. Okay? And then finally this red dot all the way here. These are pretty simple, okay? So that's what I have here. And I made my lines really dark so you can see them. So check your work, see if it's like, okay, did I get everything right? Does everything look right? Like these lines, this line, connecting. These are not connected, not connected yet. Okay, good. Whew. Almost there. Now I'm going to go to the pink line, okay? And it's a curve. So this red dot to this black dot to this black dot. So it goes like this. And if you want to, you could just rotate your paper. But I'm going to go like to this black dot to this red dot. See how it curves? That looks good. Looking at that pink line. This is wrong, by the way. And then we go this way. And you could start to see like this circle. Sometimes I like to make it a little bit more perfect. Right there. And then finally this last one. Wow. There. So it almost looks like one of those, when I see this, it kind of reminds me of one of those ninja things. What do you call those ninja things? Somebody, you know the things that ninjas throw. It's like a little knife thing. Anyway, that's what it is. Now we're just going to connect these lines here. We just go boom, 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 and boom. Done. Your Celtic knot. Beautiful, right? Wasn't that hard? It takes me, I have to still use a cheat sheet, okay? Because I haven't done these in ages. I used to do them a lot as a kid, but haven't not done them in 30 years. I was like, I need some cheat sheets. So now comes the shading. So you're gonna shade where they go under. So all that shading and the values that you create. So anytime it goes close just to another ribbon, as I call it, it's going under, you're shading it. You're making this darker. And you can look at the examples to figure that out. So it gets lighter here because that's where the light's hitting it. And then it gets darker as it goes towards a fold. Now you can use colored pencils with this if you like. If you have colored pencils, try it out. Let it make it really nice and dark there. And you get the idea. Okay, I like to move on to a second one if you're so inclined to do a second one. This one is a rectangle. There are a total of 6 squares that are 6 by 6. So you have a total of 6 squares that are 6 by 6. And that's how I started off with that one. This one's a little trickier because you have to do like these little circle things, which I'm going to do, and they need to be in a consistent size. So one circle goes here, one circle goes here, one goes in the middle here, one goes right here, one goes right here, one goes down at the bottom right here. Another one goes right in the center of the square, so you know it's right there in the center. So you count your squares, and you have one more right here, and then you can just kind of eyeball it because you can see it. I like to put some down here, and you can put one on either side here if you're so inclined. So you kind of see the pattern there. Those are just guideposts, and I put them in red and red marker so you can see them. Here's my cheat sheet. So I'm gonna do these lines first, the ones in red. So I'm gonna look right here, and I got these two squares. So this line goes here, and then my next one is, I'm gonna skip this one, skip between that space between these two lines is my next one. And I have one over here. And I think I have one over here. And these are my red ones. So you can see that they're red, the lines are right on the outside. So take a look at that, and there's your pattern there. And now I'm going to do the blue lines. So I have one right here, one right here, and I have another one right there. And all of these lines are just butting up against the side of these circles. Okay? And then the next stop is these, I like to do these little green hoop things. So I do the green hoop. So I'm finding these lines that kind of go around like this. And kind of match up to that. So going around my circles. I'm looking for the ones I need to look for. And that one, and then this one. And then there's this one. Okay, and then this line's gonna basically, if you watch this, I'm gonna now do the orange lines. And it's not that tricky. You can see where this line goes here, and it comes up and goes down. So you can see this line and that line. And I take this one, and it goes up, and it goes down like that. This line goes here. And then we have this line that goes up like that. And then this line, you can see right there. Like that, and the last one is like this. And there's another Celtic knot. I'll outline that in black marker so you can see it. And once you get the hang of it, it takes a little bit of practice to do this. So then you go back and you'll shade this one, and I'll have this example up if you want to look at it, if you want to do it. Good luck. Please share out your examples. I look forward to seeing all your wonderful work, and continue with that shading with value and tonal blending. Have a great day.